Hey Psych2Goers, have you ever been on a first date where you ran out of topics to discuss and it made the rest of the date awkward, and you noticed your date being distant? Or maybe you had an awkward, fidgety conversation with your crush. If so, you're probably wondering how to turn this awkward situation into attraction. Here are 5 ways. Number 1, mirroring their actions. Have you ever found yourself or others imitating the actions of their company? This could be a sign that the imitator shows a liking towards them. Studies have shown that subtly imitating another person's actions and behaviors helps to create social bonds and maybe even romantic ones. People tend to find their partners more attractive if the other mimics their own verbal or nonverbal behavior. For example, sipping a glass of water or leaning against the wall when your partner does it. So the next time you get stuck in an awkward conversation, subtly mirroring your partner's actions could help release tension and make you feel more comfortable with each other. Number 2, engage in eye contact. In romantic movies, couples are usually portrayed gazing into each other's eyes. This is no different than in real life. Occasional eye contact between 2 individuals has been known to bring people closer together. So, when you feel like a conversation is going nowhere, gaze into your partner's eyes occasionally to show them you are interested and attentive. Who knows, it could be the start of a long-lasting romantic relationship. Number 3, use open body language. Often, body language can tell a lot about a person and affect how the other person behaves in your company. Closed body language, like crossing your arms, may give off a feeling that you're mentally closed off, making conversations difficult and awkward. This could lead your partner to think that you're not interested in them. Keeping your abdomen, torso, or chest open are examples of open body language that can increase your attractiveness as it portrays availability and confidence, thus making others more comfortable and trusting around you. Number 4, laugh off the situation. Have you ever made an awkward comment that made the atmosphere heavy or uncomfortable? If so, joking and laughing off the remark can help turn the situation around because humor is a highly valued quality in others. In fact, such humor could be considered a powerful tool to overcome dissimilarities in attitudes between 2 individuals. Humor helps to maintain a relationship despite differences of opinion that may make things tense. It also creates a loving bond between both individuals and increased attraction towards each other. Remember, the use of jokes is no laughing matter. Number 5, apologize and make amends when necessary. Have you ever made a mistake around your partner or crush? Maybe you were late to meet up or some other small mistake. It can make situations awkward as such behavior could be viewed negatively. But apologizing when needed demonstrates accountability and responsibility, both of which are important traits when it comes to romantic relationships. This gives your partner a sense of trust and assurance, making you seem more attractive in the process. So, did these 5 methods help you out? Remember that awkwardness is bound to happen throughout your life. We're all human after all, and we're not perfect. Take it in stride, laugh it off, or find some other method that works for you.
Is defined as certain qualities or features that make a person more desirable and alluring to others. It can significantly influence people's attitudes, and it's one of the most common reasons people become interested in psychology. What is it exactly that makes someone so attractive? Which of these traits do we look for in a friend or partner? According to psychology, here are 8 of the most common things that make a person attractive. Number 1, confidence. Studies have shown that confidence is the most attractive quality a person can have. When someone is confident, you're less likely to second-guess yourself, and you know and believe in your value. People notice when someone is confident in who they are and what they believe in. And although it's common to imagine someone who is confident as outgoing and charismatic, confidence can also be quiet. Knowing your worth, believing in your strengths, and taking pride in who you are is what makes you confident, regardless of if you're outgoing or not. 2, availability. Availability is an important factor in how much we find someone attractive. Despite the common belief that we need to act distant or aloof to make people we like interested in us, the opposite is actually true. When we're developing new relationships, it's important to find someone who can physically and emotionally be there for us. And the more responsive, attentive, and reliable someone is, the more we will come to value our relationship with them. 3, uniqueness. Although there are 7 billion people in the world, each of us is unique in our own ways. No one looks, talks, acts, thinks, or feels in exactly the same way. and that's what makes us so amazing. But some people prefer to hide their uniqueness to fit in. When we learn to embrace what makes us special, whether it's our looks, experiences, ideas, or little quirks, we open ourselves up to the possibility of meeting new, engaging, and like-minded people. Number 4, kindness. Kindness is a quality that lots of people want in a friend or romantic partner. In a study done by Baskerville and colleagues in the year 2000, they found that people tend to like people who showed more kindness, sympathy, and compassion than those who showed lesser levels of kindness. At the end of the day, we all want to be with someone who treats us as well as we would like to be treated. 5, intelligence. Intelligence is attractive because it often leads to stimulating conversations, deep insights, and a new way to look at the world. A recent study in 2018 by psychologists Gignac and others found that for most participants, there is a particular IQ score that maximizes an individual's attractiveness, but any higher would make them seem less desirable. In other words, people are attracted to those they perceive as more intelligent than them, but not so much that they become too intimidating or out of reach to talk to. 6, passion. Next is passion. The enthusiasm and desire to achieve a certain goal. People who are passionate tend to be driven, determined, and self-motivated, but more importantly, they have things that matter a lot to them and that they care about significantly. They have an interest in big dreams that appeal to the optimist in all of us, which can inspire us to push ourselves to be better as well. 7, a sense of humor. Research has shown that we tend to be more attracted to the people who make us laugh, possibly because it shows cleverness, wit, and creativity. So it should come as no surprise that having a good sense of humor ranks high on the list of characters people look for in an ideal friend or partner. In heterosexual relationships, women in particular gravitate towards men they find funny, while men favor women who are playful and good-humored. And number 8, their demeanor. Last but not least is our demeanor. While it's no secret that a person's looks have a lot to do with how attractive we find them, there's a lot more to it than someone's physical traits. Psychologists have found that it takes us only 30 seconds to decide whether we find someone attractive, and our demeanor can make or break someone's impression of us. The way we dress, act, and carry ourselves also plays a part in how people perceive us. When meeting new people, it can be helpful to take note of these things, as they can make a world of a difference. While it's common for us to base attractiveness off a person's physical traits, attractiveness can actually be more complex than that. And though we all have different ideas of what makes someone more or less attractive, these are some of the most common and widely agreed upon traits. So, do you agree with the things we've mentioned in this video? Do you also find these traits and qualities attractive? Leave us a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. For similar topics, you can watch more in our videos, 7 psychological things that can make us less attractive.
If you're attractive. If you've ever brought up the subject to your closest friends, maybe they've reassured you, insisting you are good looking, but yet you can't see what they do. And how do you know if they're just being nice? In your mind, your flaws stand out too much. So how can you tell if you are attractive, even if you don't see yourself as so? Here are 6 signs you really are attractive, even if you don't think you are. Number 1, when you look at photos of yourself from months ago as compared to now, you think you looked better then. Have you ever browsed through your social media only to stumble upon a months-old photo of yourself with friends? You do a double take because you surprisingly look better than you thought you did at the time. I don't look that bad at all, you think. But then that photo from yesterday, you can't help but scrutinize. A 2010 study by psychologist Tal Ayal and behavioral scientist Nicholas Epley found that with due time, one is likely to see themselves more abstractly, similar to how others might view their looks. Researchers had photos taken of participants and then asked them to rate their looks based on how others might rate them. Some of the subjects were told their photo would be rated by others the same day, while others were told the photographs would be rated months later. Those who were told their photos would be rated months later were more accurate in how others perceived them. This could be due to the idea that they've imagined enough time between them and the harsh judgments they felt about themselves while taking the photo. Those harsh scrutinies don't seem that important months down the line, right? So this can be a small way to gain some insight into how attractive you are to others. Look at a photo from months ago and one from now. Are you less critical of yourself when judging the older photo? Eyal and Epley's explanation is that you're a better judge of how attractive you are when enough time has passed from when the photo was taken. Number 2, some people seem nervous or different around you. When you find someone good looking, do you often get nervous? Or maybe you have a loss of words and are in awe of how attractive they are. Well, this may happen to others if they think you're attractive as well. They may even act awkward around you because your beauty makes them nervous. If you notice they act awkward or different around you as compared to others, they may just like you.
Have you ever been frustrated that your dinner is taking too long to make and you turn into a hangry T-Rex? Do you want diversity in your meal choices?
You receive a lot of messages on social media. You just posted that selfie of yourself on social media and now the floodgates have opened to random friend requests and flirty messages. Who are these people? And why are they messaging you out of nowhere? Odds are others find you very attractive based on your latest social media post, and some can't help but message you in hopes you'll like them back. Number 4, you catch them staring at you. Do you find others staring at you? Maybe you think there's something on your teeth, or maybe a bug landed on your face. You're thinking of all kinds of scenarios, but maybe they just think you're attractive. Think about it. When we find someone beautiful, all we want to do is catch another quick glance at them. And perhaps that look becomes an awkward stare. So rest assured, there's likely nothing in your teeth. Their eyes are simply gazing at your eyes, not your mouth. Or, well, maybe they're looking at your mouth too. And number 5, you don't get many compliments when you expect them. Some people simply don't compliment that new acquaintance they find most attractive simply because they assume they know. Some may feel like they might not want the extra attention and that too many compliments may come off as annoying. But if everyone assumes that you're overly used to compliments, they might not give them. Just because you don't receive a compliment does not mean you're not attractive. So, do you think you're attractive? Will you be scrolling through old photos of yourself to see how you feel about them now? Let us know in the comments down below. Remember, even if you don't think you're the most attractive person in the room, the familiar phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, rings true every time. So behold, not only what's great about you on the outside, but the inside as well. Some pretty attractive traits you've been hiding, huh? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button and share it with a friend. Subscribe to Psych2Go and hit the notification bell icon for more content like this. And as always, thanks for watching.